tired, but I'm going to go ahead and crank this out so we have a video for tomorrow. Weekend was full of Minecraft. There's a nasty cold front coming in, possibly some snow, all kinds of crazy things. Super nice today. It's like 75 with no wind, so fitting it would change. That said, where we left off, we took a look at Graveclobber's Top Path, which... lots of nostalgia, very, very reminiscent if you grew up with like the WWF or I guess WWE in recent times. Good time, needless to say. So I did my best not to look at anything. I've not at all looked at the stats. That's what I'm curious about here with our Easter Alt-Decos, is if the stats will be superior. Some night, probably 4 or 5 in the morning, I threw both of the characters on, Egg Bomber and Hard-Boiled Flare Wolf, and we went ahead and we got them the cash. The reason I'm doing Hard-Boiled Flare Wolf first, in order to do Egg Bomber Airstrike and Airstrike completely, I have to have their Soul Gem, which is in Griffin Park, which I didn't want to go to until we'd completed the game, if you will. So... Flare Wolf wins out. So if you recall, we've done Flare Wolf's intro and base upgrades. He was so much fun. And then I kind of stopped with him because I was like, well, I want to wait, and piece it all together when we have the Easter Alt-Deco, which took longer to come out than I thought it would. But without further ado, let's go ahead and crank this out.
Ready to rock it!
Okay, yeah, he looks way better in-game than...
Whoa! A Portal Master! That is so cool! Nice to meet you! I look forward to training your Imaginators!
Such a nice guy, this Flare Wolf. Like I said when we introduced him, and particularly did his base upgrades, he reminds me an awful lot of a Trigger Happy. Just super hyped up, happy, fun-loving type of a character. Interestingly enough, I've got the poll up on the Skylander Club forum. I might have a spot in the top corner of the video that you can click now to head that direction, or maybe vote on the video, I don't know. But a lot of you actually liked the look of Hard-Boiled Flare Wolf better. My biggest issue with him, and it's a big one, and it was backed up. Several of you, I know Paul PDDT said the same thing. The cannon is just disappointing. Like, I get the pink color being there, but the missile head could have been painted. The dragon, as several of you brought up, could have been painted. Lots of little things that would have just balanced out having a giant glob of pink, if you will. Now, when we briefly saw him on the intro screen, that looks way better, just like the box art did, than the actual figure, in my opinion. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. Da-da-dun. Yeah, you'll see it better. Well, I don't hate this. I don't hate it. The cannon itself, though, is still all pink, which bothers me. But just having that little bit of green, sort of an Easter spring green for the missile tip, is nice. That said, I tell you what, let's spice this up. We're here. We should have a chest. We've got several of them. Dun dun dun. Gift from Flare Wolf. Alright, we'll take it. Ultimates.
New headgear.
Oh, Hothead. Duplicate, boosted stats, plus 48 luck, plus 18 armor. One of these... might be, you know what? It's Easter video time.
New brawler weapon.
Oh, it's the Crash Fist. Plus 50 attack. Dang, son. Alright, so that's what those two are from. What is this one gonna be? Another brawler? Right? I would think.
New brawler weapon.
Yeah. Falcon Fist plus 60 attack. Alright, and I guess we'll save that one. Maybe we'll let Egg Bomber open it. I should mention I am once again using the Yeti. Y'all seem to like that better. It worked really well in my latest Forza video too, so I've kind of like tweaked that position. And on a personal note, if you have not seen my recent videos, Friday, Saturday, or I guess Saturday, Sunday, and today, well, Monday, if you will, I did it, man. I told y'all I was going to order myself a chair, and I did, and I'm sitting in it. Is it comfortable? Yes. But the craziest thing to me is I can swivel now. In fact, you can't see me, but I'm swiveling, and it's so nice. It's the little things sometimes. A lot of you also wanted to see my old chair, and it is what it is, man. It's an antique ice cream parlor chair. I've literally used that same chair. It got me not only through college, high school, junior high, intermediate, whatever, elementary. It was the first chair I ever had that probably wasn't like a high chair when you're being fed baby food. And so it's been my desk chair all these years. And I can't, it's one of those things, most people just like chuck it, right? I can't do it, man. I've got too many good times with that chair. It's gotten me through a lot in life, right? All sorts of, I don't even know how many sleepless nights in college that forever ingrained my sleep pattern that I'm currently on, where I do this stuff at 2 in the morning. But just the ability to swivel to the spreadsheet for the stats and then swivel like I'm doing now to look at the TV without just like awkwardly twisting or straining the poor old chair. It's awesome. So I'm pretty happy right now. We'll see how it holds up long term, but initially, and I told y'all that anything I could buy, even like a $49 El Cheapo chair at Target or Walmart, would be an upgrade. This swivel, ooh. So, and again, this is mainly just for me. I sit here and do a lot of Minecraft. Like, I don't think people know how much time goes into this stuff. And the last, I don't know, since probably like 2015, you haven't really made, if you're like me and you're not a partner channel and people can't even find your channel to enjoy it and like it and subscribe to it and help spread the word, I honestly don't make crud doing this. I could go work an hour at Taco Bell and I would make more money than I probably make in 2 months of YouTube. And this is coming from a guy that puts out 2 videos a day to over 9,000 subscribers. So things are pretty bleak. So it's not like this chair was purchased with the riches of the ad revenue. That doesn't really exist. This was just kind of like, I think it's time for a chair. So pretty happy. Again, if you are interested in it, I went with Clutch, not DX Racer. There's all sorts of Amazon spin-offs if you're on a budget and you want to take the risk. You either get something really good that makes the well-known brands look like a total ripoff, or you get something that's an entire, just train wreck. And that's the gamble you take. So I wasn't willing to risk it. I'm the type that would rather be like, I think we'll go with something reputable here. And so far, I'm happy. But like I said, coming from where I was, it wouldn't take much to make me happy. But I've got an unboxing and assembly and then initial impressions type of a thing. So check it out if you are interested. And no, I am not sponsored. It was not free. I had to shell out my own money for the chair. So if this was a piece of crud, I would tell you. And so far, it's not. But if it becomes one, believe me, you will know about it. So let's come in here. You know what? Let's do this first, because what I'm the most excited about is the stats. Let's take a poll now. Don't cheat, but do you think, and this will apply for Egg Bomber and Hardboiled Flare Wolf, but do you think that these characters will in fact have better stats than their standard counterparts? I do. I really do. I've got to say, I don't know how to describe the tail and the mohawk mane, whatever we would call that. But the way that the color, it's almost like a fiber optic, like the Halloween decorations from the early 2000s. You know what I'm talking about. I kind of dig it, man. It's one of those things, even with this figure in game, looking as good as it does, I just can't still get past the giant blob that is the cannon with the dragon on it, all in the same monochromatic color. I just don't like it. I think they should have spiced it up a bit. And if he would set the cannon down, I think Flarewolf himself would actually look pretty legit. He does sort of have the demon eyes. Maybe that's a throwback to Heartbreaker Buckshot. I don't know. But anyhow, let's come in here. We're gonna save the stats and I guess the bio for later. Although, well, hey, you know what? I've got a spreadsheet. Screw it. All right, so primary attack is called Rockets Away. It was doing 29 to 44, and it was spammable. So, yep, same thing. You know, after playing Grave Clobber, that was sort of disappointing. His jump attack, unfortunately, I thought it would be this like epic bazooka slam thing. Sadly, however, it's just basically it's random. The same as the standard attack. So, secondary attack is called Ride the Rocket. It was dealing 23 to 35. Gonna assume the same here. Yeah. Like I said, this guy is just a lot of fun, and you gotta love that. So here we are, and I suppose we should probably dive right in. I don't have the tablet here, so is it raining or is that static on the TV? Might be raining. Okay, I guess it will transition to snow possibly. So. Dun, dun, dun. Bear with me here as I pull up the bio. One of the other things I've got to say, please, 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 in the future, add something for these like special Alt-Decos, Darks, Nitros, Legendaries, Easter, Christmas, even if it's just a sentence like, you know, he's such a huge fanatic of Easter. You know, give the hardcore fans that take the time to read this stuff a little something, right? So his motto, Ready to Rock It, is the upgrade was called. So let's see, I don't know if you'll be able to hear this.
Ready to rock it.
You probably did. He's got a very cool voice, I have to say. That said, when Flare Wolf was young, he worked all summer to earn the coveted fireworks badge from the Wolf Scouts. In doing so, he had earned the right to light the fireworks in the annual St. Wigglewort's Day celebration, in honor of which Flare Wolf was extremely proud. But on the day of the celebration, a band of evil ice ogres attacked his village and took the entire community hostage. The only weapons at his disposal were the town's supply of fireworks they were saving for the evening festivities. One by one, Flare Wolf lit them in the center of the ogre camp, launching a dazzling display of pyrotechnics that sent the ogres running. Not only had Flare Wolf saved the village, he had also given its residents the most spectacular fireworks show they had seen in over 100 years. To make up for launching the village's fireworks supply, that night Flare Wolf hid all kinds of Easter eggs, hence earning him the nickname Hard-Boiled Flare Wolf. Totally made that up, but that's what I'm looking for. You know, I just want it to be official. Even Master Eon was impressed and offered Flare Wolf a position at the Academy as the official fireworks and Easter egg hider launcher. Whatever. But after seeing him in action, he quickly realized that Flare Wolf had much more to offer as a sensei, training Imaginators in the Bazooker class, and also serving as the resident Easter Bunny. So, yeah, some of that's real, some of that's fake. You can figure it out for yourself. I do what I do. Let's go ahead. Okay, so according to the website, the statistics for power, 200 out of 350. Armor, 150 out of 350. I covered this when we unboxed him. The agility for Hard-Boiled Flare Wolf, 400 out of what? 350. That's plus 50 over maximum. So I've got high hopes here that translates in game. These stats are basically meaningless. We just don't get cards anymore, which is another thing I think should come back, particularly at the price point. It's not like they cut the price when they denied us the card and the sticker, you know. Although the packaging was good, but still, the cards, you don't do it that many years and then just get away from it, you know. Luck is 250 out of 350. So 2015 40 25. 2015 40 25. Remember, that's 2015 40 25. Standard Flare Wolf, 180, 140, 350, 230. So according to the website, the stats are superior all the way across the board. However, what we're the most interested in here is how this translates in game. Now, before we click in here and we take a look at his upgrades and everything and the almighty statistics, health for standard Flare Wolf, 270. Attack and armor both at 8. Speed 15. Luck 10. I personally am thinking we're going to see the speed and the luck increase. I would love armor, but I think I'm leaning towards speed heavily and probably luck. So I'd like 2 of them, essentially. And do you think he'll have extra health? I think he should, but he doesn't. That's actually on the screen now. That's disappointing. Anyway, let's go ahead and take a look, man. This is the most exciting part of this for me. That's why I've saved it. Here we go.
Number of fires started. Too numerous to count.
Oh, you're kidding me. That sucks. That really sucks. Okay, well, health is 270. Attack is 8. Armor is 6. Speed is 15. Luck is 10. What are those numbers? They're the exact same for standard Flare Wolf. So if you're at a point where you're like, man, you know, I'm on a budget, I just want to get the best Skylander I can, gotta have Flare Wolf. Which version should I get? They're both here at the store. Take your pick. Base it on the aesthetics. You're getting nothing. No health, no statistical bonuses. Look at this. Like, okay, pay attention. I mean, the green on his scarf, awesome. The cuffs, you know, the padding and the pastel purple, the flames that he's got on sort of like the little gloves that are torn off, the mohawk thing, the questionable demon eyes, given that it's Easter, the green missile head, and then you just got like this giant wall of pink purple. You see the flames, you see the dragon, you see the ornate design. All of it is flipping the same color. And I don't know why. The flames could have been the Easter blue. The dragon could have been the Easter green. The carvings in the back could have been yellow. Anything at all would have just broken that up. And I will say it looks way better here in game than the figure does in person. Now, like I said, some of you actually preferred him over Egg Bomber. Aesthetically, I don't, because the cannon, man, the bazooka, it's just, there was so much potential that was not realized there. It's sad. And to the game's credit, you know, and the missile head here is green. On the figure, it's not. It's all the same color, and it's like this fleshed out salmon pastel. It's like pastel salmon. It's a horrible color. It looks way better here in the game, even without the green. But that's just unfortunate. Now, I do love what they did here in the game with the tail and the mane. That's actually really cool. But I don't know, man. I hate seeing things that could have been amazing, and they were so close, you know. It's like, you know, you made an 88 on your test, but if you would have like tried a little bit harder when you studied, you would have had a 95 type of a thing, you know. And I feel like that's where we're at with the design of this character. That said, let's go ahead and run through his upgrades here. Rockets Away is up for it. And something else I wish they would do for the Alt-Decos. I know this is nitpicky, but I've said it for years, and I still stand firmly by it. If I've got Hard-Boiled Flare Wolf here, I expect Hard-Boiled Flare Wolf in the artwork. It's a very minor deal. It's the least pressing issue, but it's still something I'd like to see. Rockets Away, press X to fire exploding rockets from your launcher. Again, this bad boy is spammable. It's 29 to 44, and it's basically our jump attack as well. Ride the rocket, press B to take a ride on your rocket launcher. This does 23, 35, I think a little bit of knockback. These next 4 are the base upgrades. They're pretty fun, I'm not going to lie. Now, it'll be interesting to see the aesthetics of like the parachutes and everything's coming up, but Loop-de-Loop is up first. Rockets now do a loop-de-loop when holding X. Loop-de-Loop rockets create a defensive fire trail around you and do more damage. I love that. I have the attack damage numbers here. I'm not going to tell you what they are because we're probably just going to come in and do his base upgrades. Secret Weapon. This is our tertiary for 700. Hold Y to discover a hidden flamethrower in your rocket launcher. I have waited for Hard-Boiled Flare Wolf for this reason. You always think of the Easter Bunny, you know, and it's this cute little defenseless rabbit, you know, and some people try to catch it and do whatever. You know, Grim, I guess, take the foot, I don't know. But picture, if you will, the Easter Bunny, you know, hopping around, and then people start chasing, and then it just turns around and it's got a flamethrower. That's the This is sort of what I've been waiting for, and I think it's going to be very cool. So after that, you got Trip to the Moon. This is incredibly fun. 900 is the price, worth every single penny. Hold B to launch yourself in the air and parachute down, and you can press X to fire critical hit rockets down on your enemies. Very, very fun stuff. Then we've got Firecrackets. Rockets now drop firecrackers on enemies, dealing damage over time. This one, I don't recall it being super impressive, but greatest show in Skylands is the top path. You got Roman Candle. Loop-de-loop rockets now explode into fireworks when they hit enemies. Then we've got Sparklers. Riding the rocket now leaves a trail of explosive sparklers. And then we've got Flame and Shine. Taking a trip to the moon now rains down fireworks and fireballs. What a show. I took that one with standard Flare Wolf, and the reason for that ties in with what I just told you about this tertiary attack, the secret weapon, the flamethrower. I'm going to come in and we're going to take Fun with Flames with Hard-Boiled Flare Wolf, just for the lovable irony factor here. Pyrotechnist is up first. As you hold Y, your flamethrower powers up and explodes with more flames. Yes, please. Ringmasters after that. When using Loop-de-Loop, you will fire 3 rockets instead of 1. And lastly, we got Flame Spinner. If you continue to hold Y, you and your flamethrower will start spinning. Oh, automatic destruction. This is going to be great. I can't wait to do this. I might crank the introduction here, the base upgrades, and the bottom path out all tonight. Oh, but I have to get a Sky Chi. I freaking hate that. I hate it. Oh, man. His Soul Gem, I believe it's what, Flare in the Hole? Yes. Jump and press Y to launch a massive rocket that detonates with flare. Hold Y to move around and aim your target. So, again, I know what that does. I know what Sky Chi is, but won't tell you in case you missed that video. The Bazooker Sensei Shrine is found in the Golden Arcade. Very, very fun level. I love it. I played through it with Double Dare Trigger Happy, which in my opinion is the best way to experience that level. The Ultimate Sensei Attack. Hold right trigger to amp up the forces with 4 rocket launchers continuously firing in any direction you choose. So, the good news here is that I have got the money. We went ahead and grounded that out. Now I've just got to come in, do the base, the path, and of course acquire the flippin' Sky Chi. So, that's the worst part of this game, really, is having to go and get the Sky Chi. The good thing with an Alt-Deco, if you're a huge Flare Wolf fan and you're like me, like, I don't want to reset him and do that, the Alt-Deco saves you the trouble because you don't have to reset, and that makes it a lot more enjoyable. That said, man, here is Hard-Boiled Flare Wolf. We'll spin him around a couple more times for you. I think he was a very good choice for the Easter character. They technically call them Spring Edition. You know, I guess like people have to be just super politically correct here. It's an Easter Skylander. I'm not... You want to unsubscribe and hate on me, you just go right ahead. It's an Easter Skylander. Jingle Bell Chompy Mage was not the Winter Festival of Light Skylander. He was the Christmas Skylander, okay? So, if we get a 4th of July Sky, which, that would be so good. Flare Wolf and Trigger Happy should have a double pack for the 4th of July. That would be awesome. I know a lot of people will say a character that I'm not a big fan of for that, but he's more Chinese in my opinion. But I could see if that would be a sweet double pack. Make him like, my Patriotic Blast Zone. Just sort of deck him out in like the stars and stripes. That'd be pretty sweet. You're welcome, Toys for Bobs. I have many more ideas. Feel free to contact me. But that said, man, this is Hard-Boiled Flare Wolf. Let me know your thoughts on this guy. Do you like his aesthetics in the game better than the figure? I certainly do. The figure isn't terrible. It's just like I said, I can't get past the bazooka. And what could have been with the bazooka is the main thing. I'm just going to throw this out there. I know I complained about the light core, but that was mainly for just a couple of reasons. No wow pow being the biggest, and number 2, the flash bomb effect, which is the coolest thing by far they had. wasn't able to be reset. It was like it works once when you put them on the portal. And so if you just, I'm going to play Light Core Star Strike here, wasted it if there's no enemies around, right? Picture, if you will, Light Core Flare Wolf, okay? We've got the Mohawk. This is like stage 2 Light Core. It's been in development, we'll say. Instead of just being a solid color that's going to pulse with the portal, picture, if you will, this like RGB effect in the tail and the mane, and the fuse, for example, could just like glow red, orange, and then the tail would have this like super Easter confetti cotton candy look. I think it would be awesome. That is something I would pay an extra $5 for sure. That said, I can't wait to get this guy upgraded, take him down, fun with flames. I have waited so long for this moment, and I think I'm just gonna make it happen tonight. So, nonetheless, let me know your thoughts on this dude. If you're enjoying Flare Wolf, if you can't find him, if you can't find Hardboiled here in the U.S., can't stress this enough. On the 7th, which would be what, Friday, right? Yeah, because Mario Kart 8 Deluxe comes out on a Friday. Counting down the days on that one, by the way. I was actually going to record Mario Kart 8 last night, Wii U version, of course, and have it for a Monday video. And then I was like, oh, wait, I'd have to wait for it to be approved, and that takes an eternity, and that's why I didn't do it. Started to do it tonight, too, and I was like, I'd rather get a Skylander video cranked out at this point. But I'm probably going to no-life Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. That's going to be something that will make me take the Switch with me when I go places. Breath of the Wild, I know you could do that. I think it would be neat, but I want to experience that game in all its glory on a TV. Mario Kart 8, I want to play on it, Deluxe, I should say. I want to play on the TV, but I also am going to no-life it on the Switch. And so I'll probably be trying to get a Switch case pretty soon. If you've got one, and don't tell me to get the one in the special edition of Breath of the Wild. I gave up on that in the Master. It's been available, but I don't know, I'm not happy with the offerings out right now. Like my 3DS case is so epic. I got it, right after I got the 3DS. It's like this aqua blue color that matches the 3DS. It's held up beautifully. It's from Power A. That's why when they started sending out the Skylander stuff to me, I was like, oh, this is Power A. This is going to be good stuff. I base it entirely on my 3DS case, which I still have, still use, still love. And I wish I could find something along those lines. I don't want to get like a freaking briefcase to haul the Switch around in, which I realize they're, decent quality and have lots of storage capacity, but it's like, I don't want to look like I'm a courier for a law firm, like walking around in hotels or something like, oh, you got a message to deliver, son? It's like, oh no, I've got Mario Kart 8 and Breath of the Wild in this duffel, So, anyway, if you got any thoughts or input there, let me know. But that is my plan. Probably gonna no-life it, and not ashamed to say it, man. I've always been a big Mario Kart fan, and very, very excited about this installment. So, primarily for the battle mode and just experiencing it again and playing it in bed and all the good, great things. So, nonetheless, I'll can it here, and we will be back. I'm taking this guy immediately through. I'm trying to remember how into I think I know exactly where it is in the Golden Arcade, and I think it takes some time to get there, which is typical, and I hate that. See, that's the thing. I would record his base upgrades immediately and the path with the Soul Gem and the Sky Chi, but it's like, oh, well, I have to go get a Sky Chi, and I don't feel like doing that. I don't know, maybe I just throw Flare Wolf down and show it to you. That might actually be what I do. In fact, I think that ain't a bad idea. And then I'll eventually go back through the Golden Arcade with some other Bazookers, and I'll just get it for him then. So, that's what I want to do. I want to go ahead and get this cranked out because I'm very excited, very into it right now. So, wonderwisdom.com is the website. Follow me on Twitter. I will always tweet before I go live, whether it be on Twitch or Beam. My Xbox still hasn't gotten the update, by the way. I was so excited to try out the Beam stream straight from there. It has lower latency. Again, I've used Beam a few times. I really like their interface. And I can say that because I'm not partnered with Twitch, so I don't have to candy coat everything. I have some issues with Twitch from time to time. Here as of late, it's been fine. I haven't had as many problems, but I do honestly like the Beam interface a little bit better. But my Xbox has never gotten the update. And I'm like, I was someone looking forward to like experimenting with that, and I've just been waiting and waiting, and I'm like, I watched it on the day it came out on Twitter, and I was like, cool. Last time I was on here grinding money, I was like, I'm going to go see if I can manually download that update, and I can't find it anywhere. In the past, it's always, Xbox needs to update, and I'm like, okay. And I thought tonight, I was like, yeah, I'm in the mood to do these upgrades, and I'm probably going to have to finally do that update, and wait a long time because my internet sucks. Nope, no update still. So we'll see. It's probably a thing where I'd still be better off going through the computer. I don't know. Twitch straight from the Xbox, I had so much lag. People hated it. And then I went through the PC and I was like, well, that's so much better. So I assume it'd be the same with Beam, but since it is a Microsoft subsidiary, a lot of people completely oblivious to that. It might be worth a shot, but either place I stream, I'll always tweet before I go live. Make sure you follow me on both. We might spice it up, mix it up from time to time. Leave a like if you enjoy. Leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts on this, dude. Switch cases, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, gaming chairs, whatever you want to talk about. It's all cool with me. That said, I'm going to come in here and do some upgrading because we at least got the money. And my apologies on showcasing the Sky Chi with standard Flare Wolf, but I, honest to gosh, that's the thing I hate most about Imaginators, and I'm not going to waste my time and go get his Sky Chi and be up until 5 a.m. instead of 4. So that's my story. I'm sticking to it. Happy Easter. Hope y'all get your hands on hard-boiled Flare Wolf here, and I'll catch you back here in just a few seconds.